My apologies, everyone. Traffic issues. Oops.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't hear me the first time.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, he wanted to grab the gavel. Yeah, yeah, right.
Okay. So we've already had the roll call and everything. Okay. Madam Clerk, would you take the roll?
Commissioner Palomero,
Here.
Commissioner Baker McCormick. Here. Commissioner Peterson Mayberry,
I'm present, thank you.
Commissioner Kenlock,
Present.
Commissioner Baydoun.
Here.
Commissioner Wilson,
Present.
Chair Anderson.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. First item on the agenda. I have no comments in the interest of saving time.
Moving to C, approval of the August 26, 2025 meeting minutes.
It's been moved. Any second? It's been moved and supported. All those approving?
Aye.
Aye. That's right. Okay.
You have to use
The pad, keypad.
Motion carried.
All right. Next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Okay. Next item.
Item 1, under new business, forwarding a notice of intent of Eagle Materials Management Division and the United States Environmental Protection Agency to issue a hazardous waste management facility operating license for Wayne Disposal, Inc.
Anyone here to speak on that item? I think we've got 1 through 5 that are basically what?
Notices, I guess.
Yeah, just notices and are receiving. What's that?
1 through 4 notices and then 5 is.
1 through 4 are notices and the 5 is a receive and file. Does anyone?
Moved, receive and file
Okay.
the notices of 1 through 4 and the update of item 5. Receive and file them all.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who supported?
Me.
Yes, I think that some folks would like to have a discussion. I think we have someone here about number 5. Item number 5. Is there someone here to speak on that? Shannon? Please identify yourself and for the record.
Good morning, Chair.
Morning.
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners.
Mhm.
Shannon Haig, Property Manager here at the Guardian Building.
Would you like to go over the proposal? Commissioner Kenlock, I think, has a question.
Okay, my question centers around, I guess, we've gotten word that there's a potential or interest for a cigar lounge or cigar smoking facility to I guess be constructed, opened up in the Guardian. And in lieu of you hadn't had an EDC meeting, and regarding to this, I would like to just know exactly what are the plans and what is the status of that?
Sure. Status is there is no status at this time. There was discussion with the former EDC director, along with the leasing team here at the Guardian Building and myself and Senior Property Manager Christos Moisides, to retain a large tenant that we have here. We're in the process of negotiating several leases. One, we just completed Smith Group and re-signed them for 10 years. Another large tenant actually has the opportunity to move and be contained all on one floor over at 150 West Jefferson. We don't want that to happen. So conversation was had, and one of those attractions was to create an after hours loungy space that those executives from that particular tenant could bring clients to. Now, when it was talked about, we took that, the 38th floor is what we were looking at. It's a tower space. It's small. It's, they're not very leasable spaces in the towers because they don't have, most of the floors do not have two restrooms. So you have to travel between floors. So they're not very attractive. So we thought if we could create a amenity space, that would be great. I understand there's questions about ventilation, about how that works. The senior property manager, Christos Moisidis, if you're not aware, has successfully opened and maintained cigar lounges in his other facilities, including the Murphy Telegraph Building. Additionally, the ventilation in this building is not common. It doesn't run. So the ventilation that's on this floor is not connected to the ventilation in my office on 16. They're all individual per floor. So if we were to move forward with this and request the okay from the EDC board to do this, we would make sure that the ventilation, number one, is there's air scrubbers up there and that we're meeting city code. The only way that anything ever travels through the building in terms of ventilation is through like the elevator shafts, right? And stairwells. So we're confident that we could maintain air quality in the tower for those tenants that are existing up there. But again, there is no update. We have submitted a proposal to this tenant without the cigar bar. We may or may not ask for permission to do that in the future. It was an idea that was tossed to retain a tenant.
Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
No, ladies first.
Commissioner Peterson, maybe.
Thank you through the chair. So I would love to explore more conversation around that before we move forward. That Murphy Telegraph Building, if you could provide the address for that, that'd be great.
It's just two buildings down this way on Congress.
Okay.
It's where the London Chop House is located.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I had another question around the report. There were several things that were mentioned at the parking structure in terms of renovations and things around the restroom. I saw start dates, but have those things been completed yet or they're in progress?
The restroom is
Yeah.
completed.
It's completed.
The elevators are completed.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then the last question was around, there was a tenant I know that we were back and forth with as delinquency. What's the status of that as of today? Because I know according to the report, there had not been a status provided. I mean, I could give you the.
So I have two tenants
Yes.
that are noted.
Yeah.
One is Kenneth Sabri. He did complete the court judgment. However, I am now chasing him again for his current rent. He's listed second on the report. First on the report is Guardian Ventures, and the senior property manager is still working with that tenant. That tenant is, Guardian Ventures is the Crazy Gringo space and the James Oliver Coffee space on the promenade. Historically, those retail tenants have a very difficult time. We have proposed to reduce that tenant's rent in an effort because we don't have the bodies in the building like we used to pre-COVID, and we're still waiting to hear back. And again, the senior property manager, Christos, is working with that tenant to get a resolution on that delinquency.
Okay. So I'd love to be updated when that conversation moves to
Sure.
the next space. And then.
Commissioner, there is one more delinquency.
Yes.
It's actually at the back of it's at the end of the report under legal matters. That has since been resolved.
Okay, that was my third.
Yep,
Mhm.
we sent that to collections and we negotiated with that tenant to pay half of what was delinquent since 2021. The tenant is vacated and has not occupied here in a long time, but that was just settled in September.
Okay,
Yep.
last question through the chair. What advertising platforms are we using to let people know that there is space in the building if they're interested? I know some, with technology, there are some organizations or some buildings that do really robust advertising because
Mhm.
to make people aware that there's opportunity for rental space.
Yep. So we use LoopNet and CoStar.
What is it?
LoopNet and CoStar, those are both brokerage websites that are very common for leasing agents and brokers to use to advertise their space.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I think monthly, there's an e-blast that goes out from our leasing team through, I think, probably MailChimp.
Okay.
And occasionally, if we're really trying to push something, it may go on Facebook if I'm asked to put that on social media, either LinkedIn or Facebook. I'll put that on the Guardian Building page.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Commissioner Baydoun.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Baker.
Chair. So obviously, the first question that comes to mind when you're talking about the cigar lounge on the 38th floor, did you mention?
Yes, sir.
Ventilation, and obviously you guys are going to address that. So the idea is to establish the cigar bar in an attempt to retain the current tenant. Am I understanding that correctly?
That was originally the plan, yes.
How many square feet are we talking about in terms of the cigar lounge?
It's about 1,500 square feet.
Okay, 15. So this would not be open to the public. This is only exclusively for the tenant.
Not the tenant, the tenants.
The
It would
tenants.
be an amenity to the building for the tenants.
I see.
Mhm.
But it would not be promoted and advertised like, for anybody to come into the Guardian building to smoke a cigar.
That was not the plan. However, as I mentioned, Commissioner, we did not put that cigar lounge into the proposal to the tenant.
I see.
Mhm. It
And-
ended up that the leasing team felt like it wasn't going to be necessary to retain the tenant to offer and build out this amenity in the building.
And am I assuming that also when you have a cigar lounge, that you would have also liquor license? Would there be liquor?
I would not
offered?
make that assumption, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So are you saying that the cigar bar is no longer being considered, or?
It is not being considered at this time. We discovered through negotiations with the tenant that it was not going to be necessary to retain the tenant.
Okay,
Mhm.
so, when will you know, you said at this time, so when will you know whether you're going to move forward or not, or?
The tenant submitted an RFP, put out an RFP to building owners, us included. We've already submitted our proposal back to them where the terms were approved by EDC. And the cigar bar was not a part of that. I do not expect it to be a part of it moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a no. It's not going to be a part.
I'm not expecting it to.
Okay.
Yes.
So if if you expect it to, then you're going to come back before us to discuss it, or
If the tenant comes
Just-
back and says, I would like to do this,
Mhm.
then we would of course go to EDC
Okay,
and get board approval before proposing it to them. This was only a pot shot idea, I
okay.
guess.
So when will you know, or when will they?
Well, we submitted the
Negotiate.
proposal to the tenant already. And so we're just waiting to hear back from them with their response.
Okay, is there like a deadline for
There is not.
the response? No, okay. Oh, no, yeah, it's not
Are y'all,
Point of order, the EDC is not
It's
us. Even
separate.
though this is the Economic Development Committee, which somebody could say is EDC,
It's
it
not
is a
us.
different board that Commissioner Kinlock happens to serve on.
Right, right. And we've had some discussion over the years about how to handle situations that go through the EDC because it's a quasi. And do we have our attorney here? No? Okay. Can you just talk to how the relationship between our committee and EDC? Because I know it's been some issues related to the powers that they have versus
They are-
reporting to us.
Apologies. Mary Parisian, Assistant Commission Counsel, through the chair to this honorable body. The Economic Development Corporation is a quasi-governmental entity. It runs with its own board, it functions with its own board, it has its own set of bylaws, articles of incorporation, etc. So if that helps at all, they
Right.
function on their own.
And as far as reporting to us, there's no guidelines as to if they need to report to us or not.
Not that
Right.
I'm aware of, but we could double check that.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, because I remember us talking about
counsel.
this thoroughly, and it was discrepancies about what powers we have and not. So I just wanted to be clear if that was ever cleared up. Mhm. Oh,
I was in the stairwell.
oh, okay, coming down. So I know some time ago we discussed the EDC and its power as a corporation versus the powers of our oversight.
Yes.
Can you just go give a little background and what we could do if we didn't want a cigar bar? We're talking about a cigar bar.
So through the chair to this honorable body, the EDC was, no, the management of the Guardian Building was given over to the EDC Corporation when the county did the bond documents. There's literally like 2 lines in the bond documents that says that the EDC would be manage the building. However, there's no real detail. So I've advocated for and suggested that there should be a management agreement between the county and the EDC, like you would have any other organization, so that it's understood what the expectations are with regards to the county giving over that management to a company. However, that has not occurred. The EDC collects funds on behalf of the county. This is the Guardian Building and the First Street are county-owned facilities. They do collect money. However, that money doesn't flow through the county officially, right? It's not appropriated by this body. So there are some things that probably should be addressed with regards to the management. While it has come up in conversation and discussion over the years, to my knowledge, nothing has occurred.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That was what I wanted to clarify.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Corp counsel or commission counsel. Anyway, I wanted to, is there assurance that we would get from you that we would be advised of this, any change in the possibility of this before it takes place?
Oh, I believe that should come from EDC or the board.
Mm,
Hmm.
Okay,
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Ken.
if it comes back up, I would absolutely, as a commissioner on there, and knowing that this body would want to be made aware of it,
Mhm.
definitely as an information item, make this committee and the commission aware that it's been brought forward. So I definitely would give notice of it.
I know, while it may not be an authority to be able to do it, this commission or this committee, but I would like to put it on record. I mean, I am totally opposed to putting a cigar bar in this building. And there's a lot of issues that are in my mind that would have to be addressed, and one of those is a safety issue, the public coming in and using that facility, I just don't know that to make such an exception for one possible tenant, I just think is unacceptable. It's my own opinion. And I would hope you'd carry that back in our representative, Ken Locke, on that board would certainly carry that back for us.
Absolutely, Mr.
Right.
Chair.
Any other questions? Oh,
Just to clarify,
Commissioner Baker McCarthy.
Commissioner Kinlock, when you said notice, do you mean notice that the contract is being signed before it's signed, or
No,
Notice
notice that
that-
it's being considered and has been brought
Again.
for us for consideration.
Okay. Thank you.
And just to be clear, so it's the EDC, was appointed by the county executive before I became a commissioner. But as a now current commissioner, absolutely, I will make the commission aware if it's brought up. And what she's saying is it shouldn't be brought up because the lease had already been presented to the EDC. So I'm saying, so I doubt that it'll be coming back up.
Okay, thank you. What's that? Oh, Commissioner Palmer.
Thank you. Since I made the motion and I hope to close the discussion with this comment as well. It's my understanding there is an EDC meeting later this week in 2 days, at which time you will be made aware if there is, to which was already pointed out, it's a moot point at this. It's not being considered. It's not being discussed. So hopefully it stays dormant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions? Next item. Oh, yeah.
We just need a
Need a
vote.
motion to receive and file.
We did. We just need a vote.
Okay. All those in favor?
Yes, we're using our tablets.
Is that the tablets? I'm sorry.
Motion carried. So it's item
Just to receive and file.
Okay, so. Through the chair, please,
Yes. Commissioner.
for whatever it's worth, from a parliamentary perspective, number one, absolutely no for me. I know it's a communication, but let the record show that, anything that has to do with waste disposable management, that's a no for me.
duly noted.
Okay,
Emphatically, a no. Thank you.
thank you. All those in favor again? Everybody with the exception, okay, okay.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Moving
Madam
to
Clerk.
item 6. Revision of resolution number 2022-795, a subrecipient agreement with the city of Detroit.
Is there anyone to speak to that item? I think it's just a correction, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Move approval.
Do I have a second?
Yes, is.
Motion by Commissioner Kenlock, supported or seconded by Commissioner Palmer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah, voted. Yeah.
Commissioner Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Motion carried.
Next on the agenda.
Moving to item 7 on the addenda. Requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with Canton Township to include a closeout period and modify appendix of exhibit B of the agreement for a Cherry Hill Village Town Square project.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Kenlock.
Mr. Chair, as it relates to these amendments without objection, I would like to move that they all be at one, given as one report and one motion under one motion.
Do I have support? Do I hear support?
Support.
Okay. And 7 through 12 will be considered under one vote. And it's just a matter of updating,
Reporting.
making some corrections in that. All those in favor?
We had a presentation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Read them in. Okay. Sorry, Madam Clerk.
Item 8, requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with Huron Township to include a closeout period and modify exhibit B of the agreement for phase 4 of the downtown development project. Item 9, requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Melvindale to include a closeout period and modify exhibit B of the agreement for improvements to Cassie Fieldhouse and Rouge River Boat Launch. Item 10, requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Southgate to include the closeout period and modify exhibit B of the agreement for the Southgate Tower project. Item 11, Requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a subrecipient agreement with the Wayne County Land Bank to include a closeout period and modify Exhibit B of the agreement for the blighted property demolition project. And item 12, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to an intergovernmental agreement with North Branch Equus Creek Drainage District to include a closeout period and modify Exhibit B of the agreement for a drain maintenance project.
Okay. So do we have a motion? I believe we have a motion already.
We also have a presentation.
And everyone vote?
Nope.
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and present.
Yes,
Thank you for being here. Identify yourselves, please.
yeah, thank you. Anthony Cartwright, Interim Director, Economic Development Department. I have the Lucius Anthony, Assistant Director for Economic Vitality Department. Mr. Anthony is going to get a presentation about these 6 projects that are going on right now.
Yeah, and thank you, Commissioner Kenlock. I won't necessarily do a presentation, but I more so wanted the slides because I do know we have some new commissioners, just want to make sure that they're aware of the projects. But what I will do is just kind of give a background, a summary of the 6 projects that you have before you. The amendments basically seeks to extend the project timeline from October 31st of 2025 to October 31st of 2026. If you notice, with our batch 1 projects, those were approved by commission on November 3rd of 2022. With the batch 2 projects that you have in front of you, the 6 projects, those had the same project timeline of October 31st of 2025, despite being approved by this body 5 months later. So again, we've been doing our due diligence, working with our compliance team. The 12 projects out of our batch 1 have been fully expended, the county funds. So this is the projects you have in front of you are part of the batch 2 project. So of the 10, 4 of the projects have already been expended. And we have the 6 projects in front of you now. We do expect these projects, even some of the projects that we have before you now, are close to the spending. We're in the process of getting the last invoice, but we do expect these projects to be fully expended by early of next year.
Are there any questions?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Mr. Cartwright, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I think Mr. Anthony gave us a summary that we needed, so nothing to add from me.
Okay. We had a motion already, right?
Correct. And that's for items 7 through 12.
All right. Commissioner Wilson.
Thank you, Chair Anderson. Just a quick inquiry. When is this going to commence? When are you going to start work on this? I see you have a couple of my municipalities located here, Huron and Romulus. When are we going to start this?
Yeah, particularly for Huron, we've already started the
We've already
project.
started?
You can see the spending funds to date.
Okay.
The county contribution and also what they have expended to date. So again, this is a project where it's going to be some concrete involved. So we could have had this project wrapped up at the end of this year, but it is anticipated to be completed by April of 2026.
Okay, so just so I'm reading this correctly, looks like is the total cost $5.37 million. Is that what that is? Total cost in Huron, for instance, and looks like it says community contribution was that 5.1 million?
Our county contribution is
5,100,000?
275,000.
Okay, so they've already contributed. Looks like this is what their obligation is for as far as the community contribution.
Yes, our contribution.
Okay, and then ours is okay. Okay, I just want to make sure because I attend some of their meetings. I want to make sure I got the accurate information. But thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Okay.
Commissioner Pearson Mayberry.
Thank you, through the chair. My question is around the blighted demolition program. So I know this is this specific to Highland Park, and then what's the inventory in terms of the number of properties that are expected to be blighted through this program?
It's not specific to Highland Park. The agreement called for 2.5 million and up to 7.5 million to be in Highland Park, but is really involving our land bank inventory. But Highland Park does have the majority of the spend. They're going to end up spending about 4.5 to 5 million of that 7.5 in Highland Park for that program. So we're looking at about 120 to 140 structures in Highland Park to be demolished, including the large Highland Towers apartment building that's on Woodward and Avalon.
With the roof caving in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, because it's a
Great.
safety issue.
Yes. Also another large structure, well, you know, industry, but another large structure is the big church in Inkster that's caving in also.
Any other questions?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Commissioner Clementi. Okay, and then,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Oh.
Just on the North Branch Ecorse Creek drain. So, we approved 10 million. So far, we've spent 4.2. Have we touched every area on that? I know there was like different sections and, that's quite a lot of money still to be spent. I'm really surprised at all the work that's been done that we still have that much money to spend. And have we been touching everywhere in that drain?
Yeah, and we did invite Elmika here as well. Just to,
Right. That's the drain queen.
right, yeah.
Drain queen takes care of it.
Good morning, Elmika Steele, Deputy Director, Wayne County Department of Public Services and Wayne County Drain Commissioner. Mr. Chair, if I may answer the question, and thank you
Sure.
for the question. So to answer your question, we are in every reach. So you're correct. The project was broken up into reaches. So Reach 1, Lincoln Park, and that was also an Ecorse. We completed Reach 1. We're actually in the restoration phase for Reach 1. There's a couple of punch list items that we still have to finish, but all of the clearing activities and the restoration phase is already in process there. Then we move on to Reach 2, which is Melvindale, Allen Park, and Lincoln Park. All of our clearing activities have been completed through that reach, and the contractor is currently performing channel clean out as well. And that's going to be ongoing for the next couple of months. And then we have our reaches 3, 4, and 5, which is all within the city of Dearborn Heights. We have clearing and obstruction removal activities that have already been completed. And we're doing clearing and obstruction removal activities in reaches 4. And we're going to be getting that started. They'll be mobilizing into Reach 5. So long story short, we actually have more than one contractor working in the multiple reaches, if that makes sense. Regarding the spend, it may look like it's not a lot, but when we're now literally in the last phase for the construction. So with having multiple contractors and moving through the reaches, the larger pay-apps come at this time for the work to be completed. So as Economic Development mentioned, all of the spend will be done, and then the extension will allow for us to make sure that the restoration takes place. All punch list items are completed. Because normally restoration may take about 6 months or so, and we hold on to the retainage until we make sure that, the grass has regrown and fences have been put back and all of those restoration activities have been completed. And then also I have to do a little plug here for our website. If anyone wants to get sort of a live tracking, we have a map on our website. It's N as in Nancy, B as in boy, E as in Eric, C as in Charles, D as in Derek. So NBECD.com. We have a map that shows literally what we've completed, where we're currently working, where we're going next. And then we also have construction photos there as well.
great, great.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? I'm sorry, Commissioner Monique Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So it's so good to see these projects moving through so swiftly and looks like timely. My question was back to the blighted property demolition. Is there an education component to this? Because it says it's in the category of housing/education. So I just didn't know if there was some type of education component.
No, there's no education component
Okay.
to the demolition. It's just blighted property and have it slated for development for the
Okay.
future.
Just, that was my question. Thank you.
They're probably combined
Commissioner
that
Bay-
bucket, remember those buckets.
Commissioner Baydun.
Make sure it wasn't right, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Um, I'm interested in the property demolition program. Anthony, I don't know if you mentioned how many properties will be demolished under this program?
Yeah, total to be about 150 properties
Throughout Wayne County.
throughout Wayne County. Yeah.
Okay, mostly in Highland Park?
Yeah, the majority is about 80 to 85% are in Highland Park.
Okay, and once we demolish these homes, the title of these vacant land will transfer to the
Well,
homeland?
all the properties that we're demolishing are owned by the land bank.
They're already owned by the
Yes.
land bank, okay.
We actually purchased about 50 properties from Highland Park to demolish for this program.
Now, some of these lots, Anthony, will they be offered to the residents in the respective cities for new construction, new
Absolutely.
development?
Yeah, that's what the purpose of it is. Excuse me. That's what the purpose of it is for. So if it's an infill lot, it'll be under all land bank programs, which means if we tear down a house in between two properties,
You
they can
offer it to
purchase
the
as a
neighbors.
side lot.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
they're offered to neighbors as a side lot, and then the other properties will be offered as developmental lots.
Okay, now, most of these lots, especially I'm speaking in the Highland Park, they're single-family homes. They're not like multi-units, right?
No, the majority are single family homes, yes.
Okay, would there be an opportunity to combine maybe like 2 or 3 lots and build like an apartment building, multi-units?
So we're in the process now of our GIS person is mapping everything that we're tearing down, and we're going to do an analysis of what's best for the community and what's best for the neighborhood. So residential might not be best if we tear down, 5 houses in one block, so it may be something else that we do. So there is a standing meeting with the city of Highland Park and us, and to try to decide what's the best thing to do developmental wise for the vacant lots once they're demolished.
Thank you.
That was what I was going to ask too, is how much of it is commercial property right now that's scheduled to be torn down?
Throughout the county, commercial is like it's only about 10% commercial.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But
Any
the
other,
commercial structures are large structures.
anyone else have a question? Any other member? Oh, yes,
I do have
Commissioner
one, and I
Pearson
think-
Mayberry.
Thank you through the chair. I think Commissioner Baydun was going in the direction. Maybe the education component, how will this be communicated to the community so that they are aware of like how to purchase these lots? I guess that's the first question. And the second question, out of the 150 total, 140 are in Highland Park. Is there in the report, is there a list of inventory with addresses that you can share with the commissioners?
Yes, we can share a list of inventory
Thank you.
for Highland Park. So it'll be advertised through our normal land bank channels. Obviously, when we demolish, when it's ready, we put a sign out. We have a website for the land bank. We let the Commissioner Scott know that to let them know that these properties are available, and so they'll be advertised through our normal land bank channels.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
We have a second, a motion and a second. Yeah, okay. All those in favor? Anyone opposed?
Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's see, we still,
Moving to item 13, requesting commission approval of the Community Energy Management Grant Acceptance with the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy to receive Community Energy Management Grant for solar feasibility assessments to support future solar energy projects at county-owned and operated facilities.
would you give us, well, Mr. Cartwright once again, the
Yes.
young lady was with you.
Anthony Cartwright, Interim Director, Economic Development Department, Wayne County. To my right, I have
Erin Kelly, Director of Sustainability and Innovation.
Give us just an overview of this, if you would.
With this grant, we intend to support the county in completing solar feasibility assessments of facilities that the county owns and operates. So this funding is available through the state. We applied for it in, I believe, December of last year. There have been several hurdles related to 2025 and the state completing its administrative steps. But we intend to use these resources to support the county's own efficiency on the energy side.
Any questions by members? Commissioner McCormick.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Are there any or current solar panels, or are we using any solar technology right now currently in Wayne County?
That's a wonderful question. So we are currently not using solar on our own county-owned facilities. The team has been working to get a handle on the county's current annual spend and investment and energy-related activities alongside water. So these assessments are the first step in understanding what the ROI might be related to making this type of infrastructural investment.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Could I get a motion? We
Have a motion by Commissioner Baker McCormick and a support by Commissioner Palomero.
all those in favor? Anyone opposed? Please vote.
Motion carried.
Thank you. I think that completes our agenda, right?
Correct. Moving back to the agenda, item F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
You have none?
Have not been informed of any. Moving to G, public comments.
Any comments from the public that are present? Anyone online? Do we have anyone online? That's
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
all right. Okay. Next item,
Adjournment.
Support.
been moved and supported for adjourn.
Thank you.